Joe, some things I don't know is where are you from, and tell us a little bit about who you are, where you came from, a little bit about your past. How did you grow up?
For sure. Thanks for having me.
Thanks for being here.
Awesome.
Thanks for being here.
I'm from St. Louis, from North County. Grew up in Ferguson, actually, and it was a great place to grow up. Went to St. Thomas Aquinas High School, and for your young listeners, they probably never heard of that.
They had good soccer when I was playing.
I was the best.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When I was playing in high school.
One state a bunch of years. Not so good at football, and that's what I played, unfortunately. But grew up in Florissant. I've been in West County for probably 35 years. And,
Oh, wow.
And yep. After college, moved out to West County and had a couple jobs after college. Pet Incorporated in RJR Nabisco, and then I'm just an entrepreneur at heart, and so I started a wealth management business. I worked for a brokerage firm for a very short time. Started a wealth management business in '91, and we still have that business. It's a family business. My son pretty much runs the business now, and I have a partner also, and it's a great life. We have 42 clients, very high touch. So we serve less clients, but we do a whole lot of stuff for them, and that has provided me the ability to sort of chase a dream, which is opening a gym. So I bought the intellectual property for House of Pain in 2017. And again, for your gym goer listeners that are, maybe over age 40, you may have heard of House of Pain. It was an apparel brand back in the 90s that was really popular, probably the most popular. Went dormant after a couple of sales, changed hands a few times, and the people that I bought it from were a supply chain company, very good at what they do, but they didn't know anything about the fitness space, and so they shut the brand down. And when I bought it, it was dormant for 4 years. So we had this dream of bringing the apparel line back to its rightful place, and also start gyms, open gyms under the same brand, and have an equipment sales line of equipment that we sell, and sort of synergize that business in the fitness space. And it's worked really well. It's a little bit labor intensive, much more than I thought. So I'm trying to staff it up and put the right people in the right place, which has proven to be a little bit of a challenge. But overall, it's like I said, it's a dream, it's a passion. I haven't drawn 1 cent from the business in 5 years.
Well,
but I hope that changes sometime soon. But no, things are going really well with that.
So I want to kind of rewind because, I know that you had a family, and obviously you did football, but fitness became a big thing to you, but it was a little bit later, wasn't it? Give us a little bit of story. How did you get into fitness and being into bodybuilding?
Yeah.
So in particular.
Yeah, I've trained my whole life. Started in 8th grade. My friend and I rode our bikes up to Flow Valley, and they had a weight room up there, and we would go up there and lift weights. There are worse vices when you're 15 years old.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah. So we were really into just working out, training, and I competed the first time in my early 20s. Joined George Turner's gym. I cut enough lawns to get $200 and went in and joined the gym for a year, and competed a few times in my early 20s, and then got married and had kids, and for 15 years. That was my full-time job and the most important job, right? I have 5 kids now, 3 grandkids, but life happens and you just react. So I didn't really have time to go to the gym. So I bought some weights and, used the barbells and dumbbells downstairs like a lot of guys do, and always tried to stay in shape. At age 40, I started competing again and haven't stopped. I'm 61 now, and I've competed in over 100 bodybuilding shows, earned my IFBB Pro card in 2016, and that wasn't by design. I just loved competing. I loved training. Contrary to what a lot of competitors say, I love the diet. I like being, disciplined and having a routine and standing on stage and standing up there and saying, this is what I've been doing with my life,
Yeah. It's an accomplishment that very few can do. I mean, that's really the thing. a lot of people dream of it, but very few can, fulfill the dream. There's certain people that have discipline and a lot don't. So, and that I definitely see when I look at bodybuilders, that's the one thing I always think of is that you have to be very disciplined in diet, discipline in the gym. Because if you're winning, competitions, that means those little muscles that, guys just trying to get girls, you're trying to make those things pop, right? So there's muscles that an average guy is not really thinking about because, you're not flexing, and doing all the... No, like there's all these little back muscles and muscles that you have to focus on, and then you got to do the water. You got to get almost next to nothing when you go on those shows on water. So
I think of commitment, right? Because it's not like you train for 6 months and you're like, hey, I'm a bodybuilder. It's like years and years and years of stacking muscle on top of each other, right?
That's a way to really well put. Yeah. No, absolutely.
Yeah.